Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Jason crashes Jake's birthday party, rescues son when danger strikes. General Hospital GH spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan Steve Burton didn't get a warm reception when he finally stopped by to see Jake Weber Hudson West. Although Jason hoped to make amends on the April 1st episode, Jake lashed out at his father instead. That's understandable since Jason couldn't give Jake satisfactory answers about where he's been and why he couldn't stay in touch. Jake feels like his dad abandoned him and left him in pain, so it's easy to see why he's putting up a fight on accepting Jason back into his life. However, Elizabeth Baldwin Rebecca Herbst pointed out that Jason truly cares and that he's probably going to keep showing up. That could be a hint about Jason showing up when it really counts in the not-too-distant future. Jake also mentioned a birthday present idea for Liz, so maybe GH writers were offering another clue. We know Jake's birthday is indeed coming up on May 4th, so that could bring another opportunity for father-son drama. Could Jake have a party that Jason ends up crashing? It's easy to imagine Danny Morgan Asher and Tonizin acting like Jake invited Jason even when he really didn't. Danny might bring Jason under false pretenses, but it could backfire if Jake ends up lashing out over his surprise guest. Jason could face another round of criticism if Jake isn't ready to accept him yet. Of course, we should point out that May 4th falls during May sweeps and things like parties often set the stage for chaos that time of year. Jason might land at the right place at the right time after all. If some sort of danger strikes, then Jason might come to Jake and even Danny's rescue. It'd be great to watch Jason leap into hero mode and save the brothers. It could be a case of a teen prank gone wrong or even something more serious if Pikeman peril spills over onto Jason's sons. Regardless, some hints are potentially being dropped about Jake's birthday bash, so stick with us for more predictions on Jason perhaps becoming a party crasher. General Hospital spoilers say Jason will definitely make some other heroic moves, so stay tuned for updates on any shocking news ahead. Be sure to make CDL your top GH source for the hottest General Hospital spoilers, predictions, news, and updates. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a golden hue over Port Charles as laughter and joy filled the air. It was a day of celebration, a day that should have been filled with nothing but happiness and smiles. Yet, in the heart of the city, danger lurked in the shadows, ready to strike when least expected. At the Quartermaine mansion, the scene was set for Jake's birthday party. Balloons danced in the gentle breeze, and the smell of freshly baked cake wafted through the air. Friends and family had gathered to celebrate the young boy's special day, unaware of the storm brewing just beyond the horizon. Among the guests mingling in the lavish gardens was Jason Morgan, the boy's father. Clad in his trademark black attire, he watched over the festivities with a sense of pride and apprehension. Despite his years of experience in dealing with danger, Jason couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. As the afternoon wore on, the party was in full swing. Children played games, adults chatted amiably, and laughter echoed through the halls. But amidst the joyous atmosphere, a sinister figure slipped through the shadows, his eyes fixed on his target. Meanwhile, across town, trouble was brewing. A rival gang had set their sights on Port Charles, and they were determined to make their presence known. Their leader, a ruthless criminal known only as the Cobra, had his sights set on one thing: revenge. Back at the mansion, the festivities continued, blissfully unaware of the danger closing in. But as the sun began to set and the shadows grew longer, a sense of unease settled over the gathering. It was then that Jason's instincts kicked into overdrive, his senses tingling with the familiar feeling of impending danger. Suddenly, the peace was shattered by the sound of breaking glass and shouting. Panic swept through the crowd as masked men stormed the mansion, their weapons glinting in the fading light. In an instant, chaos reigned supreme as guests scrambled for cover, the birthday celebrations forgotten in the face of imminent danger. With lightning-fast reflexes, Jason sprang into action, his years of training taking over as he assessed the situation. His first thought was for his son, Jake, who was in the thick of the chaos, his young face twisted in fear. With a steely determination, Jason fought his way through the fray, his only thought to reach his son and keep him safe. As he battled his way through the chaos, Jason's mind raced with the possibilities. Who were these intruders, and what did they want, and more importantly, how could he protect his loved ones from harm amidst the chaos? Jason caught sight of Jake, his heart pounding in his chest as he saw his son's terrified face. With a roar of defiance, he fought his way through the throng, his muscles burning with exertion as he pushed himself to the limit. Finally, he reached Jake's side, pulling him into his arms with a sense of relief that bordered on desperation. "It's okay, buddy," he murmured, his voice rough with emotion. "Daddy's here. Everything's going to be okay." But even as he spoke the words, Jason knew that the danger was far from over. The invaders were still at large, their motives unclear and their intentions deadly. With Jake in tow, Jason made his way through the mansion, his senses on high alert as he searched for a way to end the threat once and for all. As they reached the heart of the mansion, they were met with a sight that sent a chill down Jason's spine. The Cobra stood before them, his eyes burning with a fierce intensity as he brandished a weapon in their direction. "You've made a grave mistake, Morgan," he snarled, his voice dripping with malice. "But it's one you won't live to regret." With a surge of adrenaline, Jason sprang into action, his years of training kicking in as he faced off against his formidable adversary. With each blow, he fought with a ferocity born of desperation, his only thought to protect his son and end the threat once and for all. But the Cobra was a formidable opponent, his skills matched only by his ruthless determination. As the two men clashed, the sound of their struggle echoed through the mansion, a symphony of violence and defiance in the face of overwhelming odds. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Jason gained the upper hand, his years of experience giving him the edge over his adversary. With a final, decisive blow, he brought the Cobra to his knees, his reign of terror finally at an end. As the dust settled and the danger passed, Jason gathered his son into his arms, holding him close with a sense of gratitude and relief that words could not express. In that moment, as they stood amidst the wreckage of the party, father and son were united by a bond stronger than steel, their love and resilience shining bright in the face of adversity. And as the last of the invaders were led away in handcuffs, the residents of Port Charles breathed a collective sigh of relief, grateful for the bravery and determination of one man who had stood tall in the face of danger. For in the end, it was not the strength of his fists or the sharpness of his blade that had saved the day, but the unwavering love of a father for his son.